Graf gets to the shot quickly enough, and again, she knows she's going to be attacked there. She gets there so quickly. She's got plenty of time. She doesn't have to overplay it.
You know what this is percentages. She's not going for the big roll backhand. She's got to hit the backhand and make it. That slice, she's got a much more margin of error on that shot, and Sabatini is not the quickest one to stretch to those volleys. Good tactics there by Graf.
15 all. Game point.
These longer rallies favor Sabatini because her game is much less high risk than Steffi Graf's.
More margin for error, doesn't she, with the topspin? And she had a lot of topspin on that last forehand. Graf tried to close in on it, but mistimed it. 40-15.
Set hasn't been as good to Graf as that first set where she only had 4 unforced. Just the first 2 games of this one, she's had 6. And a nice big serve. Should give Sabatini a little more optimism about the outcome of this match. This one was 91 miles an hour down the middle of the court. Graf just couldn't reach it at all. Spun away from her.
Graf on the left of your screen, walking still, very business-like fashion. Serving now at 2-love down in the second. She won the first without losing a game.
I wouldn't like to be a lines person down here today. These girls are hitting the ball very solidly from the baseline and very close to the lines.
That's her first. 93 mph.
More close calls and more question calls in the last few days than in a couple of days that I can remember in a long time on the tour.
The interesting thing about that clip is that they've been in the women's matches.
Indeed, I mean, yesterday's match is unbelievable.
I guess what I'm saying is that women these days are going for much bigger shots.
Hitting flatter, getting close to the lines. Exactly right. Game point Graf. Ooh, that was hit hard, but it was a long way out. Graf is on the board in the second set. She won the first.
Lipton International Players Championship. They play host to companies like Adidas, Molson, Lufthansa, Western, and of course their major sponsors, IBM and Virginia Slims. IBM for the men's tour, Virginia Slims, Kraft General Foods on the women's tour. George Farr is the marketing director, old friend from WCT days. He does a great job. Well done. It's been a very successful event. This is Sabatini serving, leading 2-1 second set. She lost it first.
From courtside here, Sabatini changed rackets and that last change over and come into the net and missed that volley. I don't know whether she's gone to a racket that is strung a little tighter because of the day's conditions. Very hot and humid down here, and the ball flying through the air a little more than it was earlier in the week when the temperatures weren't as high.
Serving into the sun, Fred, this is not the better side to be serving from for the right-hander, is it?
No, both girls from this end look pretty much directly up into that sun, so that means they've got to make an adjustment on the ball toss.
Hey, look at that difference between the first set and the second set. Remember, we're only, this is the fourth game of the second set. Graf's made more errors, as you pointed out a moment ago, Mary, than she did in the whole of the first set.
It would have been remarkable if she could have kept her game that clean for 2 sets. Or 3, if that happens.
$15-30. Buenos Aires, Argentina. I remember when she walked onto that stadium court during the Davis Cup that we covered a couple of years ago, Argentina and the USA, and the applause, adulation that she gets down there. Gabriela. Nice to see.
Great volley. Game point, Sabatini. 3 points in a row in this game. Three games to 1, second set.
That volley now from Sabatini has just made her game so complete now that she has the confidence to serve and volley as she did on that point. Big point. If she wins it, she gets the break. 12 months ago, she would not have ventured in and played that point at all.
Boy, that's a nice high serve, and look at the numbers. Even on second serve, she's very, very effective.
Ace.
First second of the day. That one had a little more heat on it. Wasn't an ace, but got the job done.
Game point, Steffi Graf won her first tournament when she was 6 years old.
It's her second double fault. This is some backhand from Sabatini. I love the one when she holds it as long as she can and then rips it down the line. It's my favorite of her backhands.
Still game point Graf.
Still trying to run around the backhand. Where do you rate him, Mary, in terms of speed, Steffi Graf, in the world?
I'd put her, I think I'd give her the old 1.
Number 1.
Zena Garrison, maybe 1A. They're real close, but I've always been so impressed by the way Graf moves. The muscles in her calves just explode, it seems.
Deuce. Game point again for Graf. She had 40-11 this game. She's trailing 3 games to 1 in the second set. Double fault. It's the third of the match.
Heidi Graf is also sitting in that group, right in front of Peter Graf, Steffi's mom.
Game point again. Graf has served 2 aces. Balanced by those 3 double faults. Game point. Graf holds on, not without some difficulty, though. 3 games to 2 now. Sabatini is leading in the second set from our Helicam. This is a site, one of the sites making such a nice play. Goodness, President Nixon made this his home. It was, what do they call it, the Southern White House on Key Biscayne, as a couple of... They're going to make the America's Cup, do you think? Picture, of course, just off. They're not interested in this women's singles semi-final, but a lot are. The stadium is jammed again. This is Sabatini serving, leading 3-2, second set. Good. It is long.
Graf confirmed the call.
Love 15.
Wasn't long by much, but it was definitely out. Sabatini's having a better time trying to hold serve in set two. You can see she's getting an awful lot in. 69% is high, but you can see that she's really having problems. And then Graf is attacking it well, which is exactly what she had to do. Only 33% points won on her own first serve. When Sabatini chooses to come to the net, she's effective, but at times in this match, Graf has dragged Gabriela into the net and past her. Not letting her choose to come into the net, but forcing her in, and then sliding those backhands by her time and again.
15 all.
That's a great volley. Now, Graf is not as comfortable at the net as Sabatini. She did a good job of covering the down the line. And again, this is something she's going to have to do more of this year. So many people are trying to attack her from the net. Novotna, Martina, Sabatini, Arantxa Sanchez-Vicario, they'll all be coming in. It used to be that against Steffi Graf, people like Sabatini, I mean, nobody really had a tactic against her. Then Pam Shriver beat her at the Virginia Sims Championships a couple of years ago by going to the backhand, coming in. And now that's pretty much the play so many of the top players try to use against Steffi.
2 years ago, they were all in awe of the power of Steffi Graf. Now you can see just the way that Sabatini is playing it. 2 years ago, she would have played a much more tentative match against Graf than she's playing now. And a lot of the girls now hitting the ball harder, taking more risks, and I think that's helped them.
Now, so many of the other players have that same power.
He's a double fault, and Steffi Graf has broken back in this set. Score is 3 games all, and the first set to Graf, 6 games to love. For those of you who tuned in to watch Snowmobile Ski-Doo Sports, we are going to stay with this match until its conclusion. Our extended coverage of the tennis, as you see the double false, Graf has 3-2 for Sabatini.
It's good. And again, Graf drew in Sabatini. Making really nice use of that drop shot.
30 love. The mechanical and the technical things, of course, have made a difference, as you have both said. But the mental thing is also a big part of this. A couple of years ago, and then you went on against Steffi Graf, the match was almost over before it began. That's not true anymore. So many of the women players feel that they have a chance to beat her now.
That's what Sabatini said after she beat Graf last week. She said she knows she's losing the #1 and she's losing confidence. It's different when you're #1 and you feel it. Sabatini said, I don't think Graf is feeling it. Of course, that got spat back to Graf this week, and without it becoming a feud, Graf said, well, you know, I don't know how she can say that. She hasn't been #1 yet. That clearly is what Sabatini wants.
I don't think that was said with any malice, the
No,
statement that Sabatini made about Graf. They played doubles together. They're pretty good friends. It's just the way those things sometimes come out and get back to the other player that gets the players annoyed with one another. But this certainly is, nobody's given an inch in this match here today.
Game point, 40-15.
She did it again.
Perfect love from Steffi Graf, and she holds on. We're on serve, 4 games to 3, second set. When we come back, Sabatini will serve. She lost the first.
Went to the fight capital of
Key Biscayne. It is a place, of course, where thousands of visitors flock to every year to enjoy the friendly rivalry between those mammals. And this is what the players are playing for. The Lipton Trophy. Sabatini serving 3-4, second set. She lost the first. She had a break early here in the second set, but was broken the last time she served. Monica Seles is the holder of this tournament. Martina started out winning it in '85, then persevered. Graf has won it twice already. Persevered a runner-up 3 times. Judith Wiesner, a surprise finalist last year.
She did it again. Time and again, she's been able to do this with both lob winners and passing shots. Graf knows that Sabatini likes to come to the net, but she likes to come in on her own terms. And so often in this match, we've seen Graf drag her in and pass her.
Love 30. She got it, but it's out of reach.
What a sprint Graf made just to get this, and it hit the net, allowing Sabatini time to just shovel it into the open court. What a run.
Big point, maybe the biggest point of the match so far, right here, 15-30. Again, Sabatini into the sun.
Good tactic there from Graf, but just didn't execute it. She floated the backhand. She wanted to get a little more stick on that shot.
Great serve from Sabatini. It's been a thinking person's match, hasn't it? Graf using drop shots, passing shots, topspin lobs have been outstanding. This is not just another day at the office for either one of these two. Game point. Sabatini. 4 games all, second set.
Now, Steffi's serve has been so solid in this match. She's done what our good doctor, the statistician Lee 11, calls a 70-70 club. She's serving at 72% and winning 76% of points on first serve. That's what Stefan Edberg, the #1 player, is also doing this week. He's serving at 70% and winning 74%. You do that, you win a lot of matches.
Edberg will play Emilio Sanchez in the quarterfinals here at the Lipton. They're the 2 top seeds left. Earlier today, David Wheaton over Cristiano Carratti of Italy. He's in the semifinals. The winner of Edberg Sanchez will play Wheaton. Jennifer Capriati watching. Yep. 40 love.
Did she play a good match yesterday or what, Capriati? Of course, she must have been disappointed, but if she could see this match a few years from now, this match is 1 hour old, she's got to say it was a very well played match.
Though Capriati lost her singles match, she came back and won her doubles later that night. Fred Sally saw her at a restaurant last night, Fred, and she was uncharacteristic, wasn't she? So you see the big Sabatini forehand winner.
Still game point.
Yeah, the family are eating at a restaurant that I was at last night, close by here to the stadium, and saw Tom Gullickson, her coach, this morning. He said, yes, she was very quiet at the last night. Normally she's bubbly and talks a lot at dinner, but she was a little weary last night.
Graf holds on, so when we come back, Sabatini will serve. She's down 4-5 in the second, and she lost the first 6 love. In a moment. Of course, that it has ever been my pleasure to play on the Vintage Club at Indian Wells. It's the Vintage Arco Invitational on the Seniors PGA Tour, and our coverage begins tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern Time live. Arnold Palmer, Al Geiberger, Bob Charles, Chichi Rodriguez. $500,000 at stake there. 5-4 here for Steffi Graf. Sabatini serving the second set. Graf won the first.
See, Graf has had 21 winners, a lot more than Sabatini. She's only made 16 unforced errors. Now, anytime you're making more winners than errors in a match, you're playing real solid ball. Graf will surely regain the #1 ranking at some point. Maybe not this week, but in the weeks to come. She and Monica Seles are so close on the rankings. When she first won it, when she first got #1, she did it so easily. She won so easily and so often. She said she never really appreciated it. She'll appreciate it if she gets it back now.
She said the same kind of thing, didn't she, when she won the Grand Slam? It's like it didn't really even occur to her the magnitude of what she'd done. I think she just assumed she was going to win a couple more. She has not won a Grand Slam tournament here in 5 tries now.
And again, Sabatini's at the net, but not on her own terms. Watch another little hop.
30 all, 4-5, second set.